Okay, how's it going, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be talking about the WNBA and just some clues I've already seen, surface level, with the gematria of certain team names. And knowing that the season doesn't actually begin until May, I feel like I wanted to get a jump start and get some of this information out there for all who are interested or maybe want to take a look at the WNBA. And the thing that I want to point out with the league is, there's only 12 teams, and to see that, we have an advantage using gematria, as because sports are rigged. Sadly, it's true, even the WNBA. So I'll point out a couple of the things that I see, specifically with one team. In this video, I'll be talking about, but there's actually two teams that I see surface level, ties with Kobe's death, which I think is going to be a big contributor to this WNBA season, because Kobe was a pretty adamant fan for the LA Sparks and attended several WNBA games. And I know there's even articles out there saying that the WNBA has lost a big fan and such. So, anyways, I'll share with what I have. And just to get started, notice that this article from April 8th of 2019, it says WNBA announces refresh of brand, new logo. The WNBA is launching a new refresh of its brand that will include a new logo design. It will debut this week in conjunction with Wednesday's draft, but the full rollout won't take place until the 2020 season. So basically they're just announcing that the WNBA is going to roll out a new logo for their symbol. And just here, I wanted to show everyone that just by clicking and Googling, this announcement, how they're emphasizing refresh. You can see it here, and refresh, all emphasized. And here's just a little bit of the history of the logo change. Here's the original that they first began with, then the second one, which looks like they only had for 6 years, and then here's the current new one. And these aren't replicating or mimicking anybody, these are just in general. Like this new logo is just a overall emblem of all the women in the league. And noticing that this came out on the same day as the announcement of the new logo change, April 8th, 2019, they put out this new ad, for the WNBA. And here it says, "Make way, our game, our way, the new vibe of the WNBA." But if you were actually to watch this little clip at the end, it only says make way. It says "Make way, WNBA." And that stands out because make way and refresh are a 3 out of the 4 cipher match, 79, 110, and 38. And this 2020 WNBA season is going to be the 24th season, and 24 right away should remind you of Kobe Bryant, number 24. And one of the changes they are making is, instead of 34 regular season games, they're upping it to 36 regular season games, which I'll mention a little bit later. And here is just an overview of the 2020 season. It's going to begin on May 15th, and regular season games will conclude on September 20th. Again, 36 games and only 12 teams. And to include Kobe, his death to the start date of the WNBA is 110 days. And just right away, I noticed that there's only one team that has the 110 connection, and that is Atlanta Dream. Atlanta Dream equals 110. Also notice the 38 and 79, just because up here, 79, 38, 110. So I feel like, I don't know, just more clues, or who knows, more pointing towards Atlanta right now. And knowing Atlanta Dream is in their 13th season, that stands out really big, because WNBA equals 13. And out of all the teams in the league, Atlanta is the only team in their 13th season this year. And again, mentioning Kobe and how he played for LA. LA equals 13 and 41. 41 prime number being 13. And remember, his daughter Gigi was 13 years old. And Kobe Bryant equals 41, Dream equals 41. Even the start date of the WNBA season, May 15th, has date numerology of 24, like the 24th season of the WNBA. And you can get that 5 plus 15 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 24. And again, to know that the May 15th connection to Kobe and the start date of the WNBA is the establishment day of the Boule, also known as Sigma Pi Phi, was on May 15, 1904 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where Kobe is from. And May 15th is the 135th day of the year, which stands out because when you type out Kobe Bean Bryant, you get 135. And yeah, this year is a leap year, the 136th day of the year, but still, just to point out that in general, it's usually the 135th day of the year. But so there's that connection with Kobe and the start date of the WNBA. And Zach has a whole long video on the Boule and Kobe. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's really interesting. And I wanted to include this little clip here too because Atlanta Dream announced last year that this year they're going to be playing at their new home court, which is actually called Gateway Center Arena. And another reason I took an image of this little clip is because of the number 157, that 1 minute 57 seconds or whatever it's supposed to stand for, because when I click on it I don't see that anywhere, it's just here on this front page. And again, like 157 being really a big number with Kobe Bryant's death and all. Kobe Bryant equals 157, and he died on his 157th day of his age. And to know that they announced that on October 18th, 2019, October 18th is the day that leaves 74 days left in the year. And again, to point out that the Boule was established in 1904 and Kobe Bryant was born in 1978. He was basically born in the Boule's 74th year of existence, and here we are in the 74th NBA season. And whenever you write out 13th season in regards to Atlanta Dream, 13th season equals 74. And when you run October 18th, the day that they made the gym announcement, to Kobe's death was 101 days. And even from the start date of the WNBA to Kobe's upcoming birthday is 101 days. And remember David Stern, the former commissioner of the NBA, he died earlier this year, January 1st. And he's not only known for that, he's also the founder of the WNBA. And I can point that out here, founder David Stern. And so knowing that he died and his birthday was on September 22nd, and to his death date from his birthday, he died on his 101st day of his age. So there's that 101 again, like up here. And 101, 26 prime number, the prime number is 26. So again, Kobe died on the 26th. 26 is just a big number, like God equals 26, 26 letters in the alphabet, and a lot more to go with that. But talking about the WNBA, they were established on April 24th, 1996, and I wanted to point out that April 24th is the day that leaves 251 days left in the year, 251 prime number being 54, and Kobe Bean Bryant equals 54. And I do want to mention that the arena that the Atlanta Dream is playing at, Gateway Center Arena, equals 102. And like I pointed out earlier, that the regular season games will conclude on September 20th, which is the day that leaves 102 days left in the year. So these are just some of the things that I found, in regards to Atlanta Dream. There is another team that I do have my eyes on. But one thing else to know about Atlanta, that's where the March Madness tournament is being held this year, and the championship will be on April 6th, 4/6. And something that I did find with that too that's kind of interesting is from Kobe's death to the March Madness championship date, you get 71 days. And of course that makes sense because March Madness equals 71. But then like how I mentioned that instead of 34 games this year, there's 36 games this year. 36 games even has that 71, which could be nothing. I just found that kind of interesting. And one other thing I will mention is Georgia, since we're talking about Atlanta. Georgia's birthday, or when it was founded as a state, was January 2nd, 1788. And if you do the math, that means that Georgia is currently 282 years old right now. And with that, I found that from the beginning of the season of the WNBA to what would be their upcoming birthday of next year, 2021, is actually 232 days, like just how, like the year of their age right now. Or if you did the span, I guess you can get 233 since that's how old they will be next January 2nd. But knowing that the coach for the Atlanta Dream, Nikki Cullen, her birthday is on May 13th, and May 13th is the day that leaves 232 days left in the year. So just seeing that connection with, you know, the Atlanta Dream coach and Georgia as a state, and, you know, from the start date of the WNBA kind of lines up. So I found that pretty interesting. But the other team I'll go ahead and mention, who I'm kind of looking at just because surface level stuff, of course, Seattle Storm has that 41 and 157, like Kobe Bryant, 41, 157. You know, he's 41 years old when he died, and everything that goes with it. There's so much to talk about with Kobe. But seeing that, and so immediately I know that Sue Bird is the star player for that team, and Sue Bird is 39 years old right now. She just signed a contract again for the Seattle Storm in her 19th season. And so I'm sure, if anything, there's probably a lot with her, because I even know that Bird equals 24, like the 24th season of the WNBA, and Kobe number 24. A lot to go there, but I'll save that for another video. But yeah, just to know that we have time. It's only March right now, and I just think it'd be fun to see how well we can do with this. So I'll keep you guys updated with everything that I find. Alright, see ya.